And joining me now is New York Republican Congressman Nick Lalota. He voted for former New York Republican Congressman Lee Zeldin on both speaker ballots this week. And Congressman, just talk to me a little bit about what the mood was like on the floor today, the mood among your colleagues, and what you see as the path forward at this time.
Yeah, the mood has been hectic for a good couple of weeks now. 8 Republicans set a fire, 210 Democrats threw gasoline on that fire, knowing that we would get to this point. Normally it takes months, if not years, to build a campaign to be the Speaker of the House. There's a lot of relationships. There's a lot of policy issues that get developed on one's path to the speakership. We're at day 14, I think it is right now. It's frustrating that we don't have a speaker, but it's certainly no surprise to the 218 folks who set us down this path to vacate the chair and leave us in this purgatory of sorts where we don't have a speaker. The mood on the floor is hectic. It's a bit chaotic. It's unfortunate. There's real business to be done in this country. It ought to be done. But like Mr. Womack and Mr. Jimenez, I share in the notion that we need the right person to be the speaker who has the right policy priorities. That's what it's going to take to get my support.
Can you identify that person? I mean, is there anyone in America right now who can get 217 votes on the House floor?
So evidently not right now. I twice have nominated my predecessor, Lee Zeldin, a blue state Republican who knows how to win in the suburbs, who knows about issues related to crime, about the economy and other things that matter in swing districts like mine. I was proud to use his name twice. That should be a message. That should be a message that whoever is going to be the House Speaker, a Republican, needs to ensure that districts like mine are not forgotten. There are important programs in my district with relation to flood insurance, post 9/11 victims compensation, SALT. There are big policy priorities in my district that ought to be addressed. I've announced those as criteria for anybody running for Speaker, whether it's Steve Scalise, Jim Jordan, Kevin Hern, or anybody else. To earn my vote, those individuals need to have a sensitivity towards those policy priorities and to keep the government open while we pursue our commitment to America. Yes, the government is broken. Yes, the Biden administration needs to do a better job on our border. Yes, we need to cut spending in particular places, but we need to keep the government open while doing so. I will only give my vote to a candidate who properly demonstrates their ability to do so.
We saw you talking to Jim Jordan on the floor. What have those conversations been like? Do they continue now? I mean, is there an active conversation between you and perhaps these other New York Republicans and Jim Jordan about getting your votes?
Yes, Mr. Jordan called me at 10:45 last night in an attempt to win my vote. I've become in a block of votes with Republicans also from Long Island, Anthony D'Esposito and Andrew Garbarino. And we want to make sure that any candidate for Speaker knows quite firmly that this ought to be a policy issue focused on things that can make our districts and our country better. I'm not settling for the, hey, Nick, I'm going to work on that. Your issues are important to me. I want to see folks co-sponsor bills to keep the government open. I want to see folks make public statements in support of SALT. I want to hear a speaker-designate candidate say that he would fund the 9/11 Victim Compensation Fund, that he would fund the National Flood Insurance Program. These are policy priorities important to my constituents, important to the country, and I'm going to insist on them in the next Speaker of the House.
Does Jim Jordan need to step aside at this point so that somebody else gets a chance to try to earn these votes?
You know, that's a decision that Mr. Jordan is going to make. We may need a couple of week pause on this. And like I said earlier, it has taken previous individuals years to gain 217, 218 members.
But Congressman, you don't have a couple of weeks. You have less than a month until government funding runs out. Does that mean you'd support this effort to empower Patrick McHenry or somebody else as a temporary speaker so you don't go into the shutdown you just said you're committed to avoiding?
Well, you beat me to it. If you let me finish my sentence,
sorry.
That's what I would have said. I think the Speaker pro tempore, though it's a Latin term, should not be confusing to anybody. That is the temporary Speaker who has every right, responsibility, and authority to act. In fact, one would say he has a duty to act in the absence of a Speaker, much like a Vice President would act in the absence or in a vacancy of the office of President. It is literally in the title temporary Speaker that individual has the authority to act. That position was contemplated post 9/11 where we thought about losing multiple elected officials at our highest levels of government, I don't think a vote of the House is even required to empower the individual. Patrick's a humble individual in many cases. I don't think he's eager to seek that power, but I think he absolutely is within his authority to act upon it.
Yeah, he seems eager to do just about anything but, based on my interactions with him. I also want to ask you a little bit about the tactics that have gone into this and the sort of toxic environment that seems to be taking place in the Republican conference on these votes. Your colleague Don Bacon from Nebraska has shared some pretty inflammatory text messages that he says were sent anonymously to his wife, pressuring him to vote for Jim Jordan. We've heard from other members about their staff receiving vitriol either behind the scenes or in public on social media. Has this situation gotten out of hand in terms of just being toxic among Republicans right now?
I hear you saying among Republicans, but there's plenty of toxicity to go around on both sides of the aisle in this town. And we would not be in this position but for problem solvers Democrats not putting country before their own politics. We could have tabled this motion to vacate 2 weeks ago. Kevin McCarthy put a clean CR on the table to fund the government, to ensure that our troops are paid, our border agents are paid, our airports are running. He put a bipartisan CR on the floor, and the next day, 8 of my most conservative colleagues sought to remove him, and 210 Democrats joined in that. And problem solvers Democrats should have put their country before their own politics, and they should have tabled that motion while we iron things out. There's plenty of toxicity in this town, but it should not be assigned to just one party.
I feel like there's an interesting and potentially troubling dynamic developing here where the Republicans who are most likely to work with Democrats are the ones who are most angry at Democrats for the fact that we are in this situation, for not coming to Kevin McCarthy's aid. Are you concerned that in a situation like to keep the government open, that there is now too much bad blood between folks like yourself and more moderate Democrats who would want to work together on some of these other issues, that it's going to be difficult to kind of, cover up those wounds, basically, and get the work done if and when you guys are ever able to do work again?
Yeah, I used to work with a police chief who said if it was predictable, it was preventable. And this sort of hecticness, this sort of chaos was absolutely predictable by the 8 Republicans and 210 Democrats who set us down this path. And absolutely, and you can tell by the look on my face, there's a bunch of people who are PO'd in this town because we thought we had more faith, we thought we had more credibility with folks from the other side of the aisle. That turned out not to be the case. It's going to take some time to repair that within the Problem Solvers Caucus. We probably need to call the herd a little bit. There are too many folks in that organization who feign that they are able to reach across the aisle. But when push comes to shove, they were too eager to indulge in the politics, the political upside of throwing out a Republican speaker who he raised the debt ceiling and he kept the government funded, did the right thing. When push came to shove, he ensured that there was continuity of our government, funding of our government, and they joined in throwing him out. That's unfortunate.
Well, it did then turn around and blame them for getting into that place. But Congressman Nick Lalota, we're out of time. I appreciate you coming on and sharing your perspective with us. And something tells me we could be having a similar conversation tomorrow. So thanks for coming on.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.